Hey, what's up, Libras? This reading is for you if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We are checking your February predictions. So if you want the full picture, you should listen to every single sign, okay? And if those are other zodiac signs, check them out. They are somewhere on my channel because I upload everything at once. Okay, so before we get into February, you will shuffle the tarot cards and see what happened in January, because this is the energy you're coming out of, or you taking it with you. Depends on your situation. We will find out. And this should also already resonate with you. If not, this happens sometimes, it means that your other signs will resonate more with you, okay? Because we, the readers, we do always say check out your sun, moon, and rising, but sometimes you only receive one or two messages from one sign, but multiple from another one. But now let's find out what happened, dear spirit guides, in Libra's life in January. Oh, okay. We already start strong because we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what else do we have for the Libras? Sun, Moon, Rising. And the moon. Okay, so, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So I will stay with these messages because as I was shuffling, I didn't feel very drawn to the tarot cards anymore. The only strong message that came out right away. Uno momento. Okay. I had a feeling of I have to check if my mic is connected because it happened before. Okay. The only strong one was the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a wheel. So yeah, of course it is turning. You are starting something, or you're doing something very significant. It is part of your destiny. Okay, you are supposed to do whatever you are doing, and there's nothing you can do about it. It is something that could scare you a little bit. It's not dangerous, okay? So don't worry, that's not a negative message, but it could scare you because it is risky, okay? It's risky because we have the moon card. We also have the moon, and the moon talks also, amongst other things, about fear. And it could be that you are excited about this new thing to the point of being nervous, to the point of being afraid. But you know what they say, the moment you are the most scared, this is the moment you should jump. Okay, you are doing something very cool. I felt like phrasing it this way. Whatever you're doing, I don't know what it is, but it is something really cool. Like you are starting something new. You are doing something that other people wouldn't do. Um, do you want to publish something? I'm thinking of someone who wants to publish something. I'm trying to receive other messages. Some of you are entrepreneurs, and some of you, I mean, could be like it's for the same person, but probably some others of you go back to school. And if you are on the younger side and you are at school anyway, then you are attending a class, you're attempting to do an exam or anything that other people wouldn't, but you know what you're doing it for. Like you know what you're doing it for, and it might be a bit scary, but you also know that this is something that you should do. You're supposed to do it. It's only one step. It's not your entire life story. And I feel like saying this because the Wheel of Fortune is so profound and so important with its message. But I think you should know that whatever you're doing now is only, it's like, imagine it's like step one. And I feel like you know this. It's like you're doing something in order, like say, for example, you are creating some kind of, I don't know, product or something, in order to sell it, in order to make money, to have the money to then do other things. You know, and the same goes for school. You are taking an exam, you are taking a course in order to take an exam, in order to to receive some kind of certificate or whatever, diploma, for this to open the door to the next thing. Whatever you're doing now is to open the door to something. It's not like this is the number one thing you should do in your life. It's not like that. And also, okay, why didn't I include this before? I'm just noticing it now. You have the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is the slowest moving knight. And it makes sense with what I just said. It's only step one, opening the door for the things to come. Now, this knight, of course, is on a horse, but the horse is like it's taking a walk. It's not racing. It's taking a slow walk to the place they want to go to. And the knight has a cup in its hand. And the cup is here to be filled, and you are filling it step by step. I don't know what you're doing, but keep going, okay? So this is January. So you started strong in January, taking a risk, doing something that other people wouldn't do, but keep going because it is the right thing to do. If you clicked on this video in order to find out, am I on the right path or not? Yes, you are. You are. And it's good that you're asking for confirmation, because oftentimes we only see results much later in life. And then we get discouraged and whatnot. And therefore, it's good that you are doing whatever you're doing now and not stopping. Okay. Okay, your spirit guides want me to move on, which is why I'm a bit slow with forming sentences. Okay, let's just move on. So your spirit guides, no, your spirit guides, no, I'm doing, no, your spirit guides as well. Okay, wait a second. Dear spirit guides, can you please calm down? I think, Libras, are you nervous right now? Because I'm picking up on your energy. Can you breathe through for a moment? Even if you think it's cringy, I don't care. I hope you did it with me because you need it more than I do, because I'm just picking up on your energy. When I'm done with the recording, I'm done. But you're in that energy, so breathe through, okay? So we are going to shuffle the Spirit Animal Oracle cards to see what you are working towards, who you are meant to become. And maybe this is already for February, like in February, you will achieve this and then you're done. Or this is something you will start working on this month, and it's a goal for later in life. You will see in a moment what I mean once we have the card. Okay, dear Spirit Guides, who is Libra meant to become? Specifically or especially in February. Okay, here's the thing. I just know, because I feel extremely drawn to these cards. I was already shuffling while still talking about your tarot cards. A card is not popping out immediately. It doesn't mean that there's no message. It actually means there are multiple ones. Okay, and your spirit guides want to make sure that I get it. It's not about you getting it, it's about me getting it, so I don't stop shuffling while one card pops up. Libra, you are working on multiple things right now. Therefore, you are becoming multiple things, or you're working on one huge thing and acquiring multiple different skills while doing so. Once again, the example of a project, a product you are publishing maybe and selling, if you do so, you do work on multiple things. Like first, I mean, now I'm starting with the first, second, and third. Me not even knowing exactly what you're doing, but just some general things. You have to know what the product is. You have to have the skill to create whatever that is. You have to market it. You have to sell it. You might need a team. These are so many skills a person has to have. Okay, dear spirit guides, come on, give me a card. And I know that there's more. Just a second. Okay, we have the hummingbird. Okay, spirit guides, I know there's more, so before I get into that card, just hand me the next one. Yeah, okay. I was thinking of the shaman and it came out. You know why? Sorry. Because it was peeking out of the deck before and I looked at it and then I put it back into the deck. And then the moment I was shuffling now, I was thinking of it again, meaning that it was supposed to come out from the beginning, since the beginning. We have two different kind of bird cards. Wait a second. Let's see if there's another one and then we will actually move on. Is bird guides anything else you want me to tell Libra? Okay, and we have the next bird. Now you have a swan. Okay, listen, Libras, let's talk about it. So first, we have the hummingbird with miracle, and I'm going to read the text for you. It says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. And then we have the raven. The raven is the shaman. It says, you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Once again, makes me think of something you want to publish. And then we have the swan, who stands for grace. It's so shiny. Okay, now the swan. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and spirit of beauty. Wisdom again. Wisdom again. And the hummingbird was the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. I don't know what you're working on, what you want to publish, who you want to become, but keep going, because whatever you're doing is important for humanity. And I'm not saying you are changing the life of every single human being, but maybe you want to publish one thing or work on one thing that's actually very helpful. Okay, like a guide or something, or a product that's going to improve people's lives. And it doesn't have to be like a medical device. It could just be a tiny thing that changes people's daily lives. Okay, makes daily life a little better, a little more enjoyable, a little more organized. And if it's something academic, keep on being, keep on going on this path, because one day you are going to publish something. Because I'm thinking of two different things when I'm thinking of publishing. One is something like a guide, something like that. And the other one, in the academic sense, is like your doctorate, when you have to write on a specific topic. You, with your research skills, you're very skilled, because I keep seeing people working on their laptop and I don't have a laptop. Okay, here's the thing. I actually have one, I never use it. I'm on the computer right now. Here's the thing. When we imagine something, like when people say, think of your favorite car, you think of your favorite car, not the world's favorite car. So you see things the way it makes sense to you. Shouldn't I be seeing a person working on a computer? No, I will see a person working on a laptop. And they use things like the Notion app. What is it called? Notion and stuff. This would be the perfect time to talk about the sponsoring. No, but this video is not sponsored. I'm way too new for this on YouTube. But it would be the perfect gateway to the next to that segment of talking about the sponsorship. Maybe you're doing something on YouTube, guys, or social media in general, and you want to sell a product. See, once again, product selling. Wait, let me calm down. I'm saying it. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't have calm energy, and Libras are calm, actually. You need balance. Could it be that you don't have balance right now? Hmm. And this is why, this is what happens, me being in your energy. Okay, let me calm down and think for a moment what I'm trying to say. So I see a person who's working on the laptop, very, very, very concentrated, very focused, because all I see is darkness around, not in a negative way, and the light of the laptop, meaning this person is also working at night. Like they just cannot stop. They just cannot stop. They keep on working, working, working. And whatever's surrounding them, it doesn't even matter. All they see is their Notion template. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but this is how it looks in my mind. And I don't even use that app software. See, I don't even know what it is. Okay. And whatever it is something that spiritually is going to help people a lot. And if you're thinking, yeah, but it's not a spiritual product, my academics are not spiritual, doesn't matter. Whatever you contribute to human beings is can be something spiritual, as in improving people from the inside out. Okay, people from the inside, it can improve people from the inside out. And you know what they say, if you want to make the world better, you have to make yourself better. Why did I suddenly stop talking? I don't know. Yeah, and this is what I'm seeing when I look at the miracle card and the shaman card. And look, the miracle is like this beautiful lilac color, and then you have the dark shaman. Makes sense for you, Libra. Okay, it absolutely makes sense. We have the balance. And whatever you're doing, I think you are new at what you're doing. Maybe not new, because we do have the knight. We don't have the page. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, not the page, not the king. So you are new, but not completely new. Maybe because now I give you an example of myself. Maybe it makes sense to you. I have been teaching courses for a foreign language for a very long time, a very long time. And I have all of these documents filled with grammar explanations simply because I had to do so, or I still have to do so for my courses. Like we create them in the moment together in class, and I write everything down. When I'm in the language school, I write it on the whiteboard. When I'm teaching online classes, I write in a document, and I save every single one of them. I save all of them, especially the document ones. It's like they are already finished and done. All I have to do is print them out, put them together, and sell them. So what's not new for me is creating those documents with my explanations, because I know my stuff. That's not the new part. The new part for me is actually making a book out of it and selling it. That would be new. You know what I mean, Libra? So whatever you're doing is something you haven't done a while ago. You're doing it now. So we could still say you are new in a sense. It's like a startup. Do you know that we can call a company a startup company even after 4 or 5 years? I think 5 years is the benchmark. And after that, it's not considered a startup anymore. And if we say startup, you would think they started like yesterday, but no. For 5 years, you can consider something a startup. And you are doing something now, and certain parts of it are not new to you, but certain other parts of it are new to you. So you still have to learn some things. And your spirit guides want you to know to be graceful when it comes to these things, and to be careful not to, because I receive images of people in my head, and I'm not even going to say their names, people who would sell something in a very different way, but they want you to be nice and gentle and empathetic when you sell whatever you are selling, and not being hard. Don't be hard when you do this. Like, let's say it is a guide, as I said before. You know what? I take myself as an example again. Let's say I do sell all of those things, and I will one day, because I'm always telling myself it would just be a waste if I delete all of that stuff one day, because the explanations are actually good. And no, I don't have a problem with kissing my own behind, because it's true. I have been doing this for years, so I know what I'm talking about. It actually helps learning the language that way. Now think of me selling this as an ebook, for example. I could I could sell it in a way of making feel people bad about themselves, and telling them things like look at you, are you dumb? You don't cannot even speak another language. Here, buy this and learn this language this way. This could be my approach. Or I could say, you live in this country now. Ask yourself, Do you want to have a new life, an improved life, actually make new friends with new experiences and whatnot, be successful in your job and everything? You have to learn the language in order to be able to communicate with people. It sounds very different. You see, it wasn't even on purpose, or not so much on purpose, how I suddenly slowed down. And what I'm saying is true, but it's not harsh, you know? Your spirit guides are telling you to be graceful. And I'm not saying at first I wanted to say your spirit guides want you to. Who cares about what other beings want you to? You know yourself what is right. But this time your spirit guides are telling you do it this way so it can be successful. If you do it the wrong way, the product might be good, but the selling will not be good. And what's a good product without it being sold? It's nothing. Okay, so once again, I'm reading you the grace card. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and spirit of beauty. See how the card starts the message with you, and then da 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 da, as if you are talking to someone you want advice from. Find somebody in your field who is doing whatever you're doing, and it doesn't have to be someone you find personally, like as in you have their number or something like that. Could be YouTube. And there are so many different things on YouTube, and you will find at least two people. One of them sells their stuff the harsh way, and one of them sells their stuff the nice, good way. And you learn from the person who's doing it the nice, good way. Okay, Libras? So now, what are we going to do now? For every other group, I use the tea leaves. Now I don't feel that drawn. Okay, no, now I do. You know why now? You know why it took me a few seconds? Because I had to breathe through. I had to release one message to get into the next one. And that's the thing, Libras. You're doing too many things at once. And maybe this is the point of your project where you just have to write an email there and a phone call here and then improvement here. I get it. But your spirit guides want you to slow down a little bit, to breathe through. Like, it's not like on Monday I can only check my emails. On Tuesday I'm only going to do the phone calls. It's not realistic. Okay, people don't live on your schedule, they live on their own schedule. But they say make your phone call and only your phone call. Don't write an email at the same time. Don't make coffee at the same time. Okay, so what else can I tell the Libras? It's interesting that I feel, yeah, it wasn't the same for other zodiac signs, but for you, I feel like I need everything on the table before I can give you the message. And I did start giving messages before. The spirit guides know. I did give messages. I did tell the other zodiac signs what's on my desk even before I got into the message. For you, I don't feel like it. So you have to wait a few seconds. And once again, this is a message. You know why? Your spirit guides don't want me to talk about card by card as they come out. They want everything to be here and then to think about it and then to do it. And this in itself is also a message. And why did I suddenly laugh or something? Now look, I have to now in between, even though I said I'm going to first shuffle all the cards, I have to say this in between because it's just confirmation of what I was just saying. You have the grasshopper. It talks about balance, situations in the balance that require careful handling. I don't know what you're doing once again, but you need balance and careful handling. Okay, what else should I hear? Okay. This is strange. Oh, it's not strange. I understand what it means. Okay, I understand what it means. There are separate messages, so different things going on. So your February predictions are not just about the project thingy, academic thingy that I was talking about. It's also other things happening. Okay. There's a whole storyline on the side, like a whole storyline. I have right now, I have 3 different stories on my desk. Okay, what else? Okay. Wait a second. And we need confirmation. These spirit guides, why is the claw card here? Why is the claw card here? Ah, okay, now I get it. Interesting. I wish I knew what exactly your story is. You can tell me in the comments, like I would truly appreciate it. Okay, so now let's talk about all of your cards. The first one is wealth. Whatever you're doing, as I said before, with the Knight of Cups, slow and steady wins the race, and you are winning the race, and you are going to be wealthy. Okay, yes, you are. And then, as I said, multiple different storylines. You also have the dog close up. There are different dog cards in this deck. This one is actually a bit actual. You know what I mean? With an S. Pleasure with a close friend. So I'm going to keep this and put it to the side because at the end of all of this, there will be some love messages. And if you are single, and I hope you are, and you're not doing this in a relationship, it's like a friends with benefits kind of thing. If you are in a relationship, it means that things are getting naughty with your partner in February. Okay, now the other storyline, like there's so much stuff here. Look, there's a younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. And this person is going to try something that's not going to work because we have the knot. And the knot, you can see it's torn apart. Unsuccessful plans. Okay, this younger man tries to do something, but it will not be successful. And it's not you. I mean, someone is trying to do something to you or against you. And the problems, you have to check on whatever that is. I don't want you to manifest it. If it doesn't even happen in February or in your life in general, it's not going to happen. Then it's not your message. That's fine. But if something does happen, you have to solve the problem. Okay, we have the ink pot. It says problems to be resolved. Okay. And then we have the woman. Dealings or relationship with the woman. Oh, okay. Now there are 2 things, Libra. When I look at the woman card, it gives me a lot of peace. Okay, so this is definitely a positive person in your life. I don't know who that woman is. Maybe it's your partner or a best friend or whatever, whoever. This person gives me a lot of peace. So either this woman is going to help you resolve the problem. Now, these are 2 very different scenarios. Either this person is going to help you, or, and I unfortunately feel the other one a bit stronger, this person is going to have a problem and you have to help. And if you think this person's problem is not my problem, the thing is, I feel some kind of responsibility that you have for this person. Could be, like, as I said, a best friend, could be your sister, could be your partner, whatever, whoever. Okay, there is some sense of responsibility. So it's not your job to fully solve this problem, but to at the very least help. Okay, this is one side. And then you randomly, it's not random, I mean it's important, has to do with your whole message, but there's not a storyline, it's just an in-between thing. You got the butterfly, I changed for the better. Okay, and I think you are changing for the better. I don't think it's your situation, I think it's you. And because you are changing for the better, in general, your situation is going to change for the better. Don't forget the wealth card. I told you. And then we have another side. first the claw came out, and I wanted confirmation because I wanted to know now what this is about, because we have be careful, do not take risks. But what you are doing right now gives you a little bit of anxiety, maybe because remember the moon card from your January part of the reading. And so you are doing something that's risky. Now your spirit guides are saying, don't do it. No, that's not right, because I asked for confirmation. We have the harp for great happiness, and we have the candle. You will be shown the way. What your spirit guides want to tell you is whatever you're doing is going to be successful, but you have to remember what you are doing it for. You're only doing this in order to get to the next step. They don't want you to go deeper into whatever that is and forget about the other things you actually plan to do. Because remember, this is only step one, okay? And what I'm thinking of, the example I have in my mind is a poker game. Okay, it's a poker game. A person going all in because they won so far in the game and everybody else was losing, but they kept winning and winning and winning. So they think nothing can stop them. And this is why at the end they go all in with all of their money, put everything on the table, and then they lose. Okay, that risk is too much of a risk. You can take risks, Libra, but it should be calculated risks, okay? It is going to disrupt not only your happiness, but your great happiness, okay? And if these things, if you consider wealth part of happiness, and this is absolutely up to you, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you are thinking, oh, absolutely money can buy happiness, so be it. Okay, then it means, like, just like my poker game example, if you take too much of a risk, you're risking it all. You are not winning double by going all in. You are losing everything by going all in. Okay, always remember what you are doing, the things for that you are doing right now. And whenever you feel like, I don't know what's next, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, you have the candle, and the candle stands for you will be shown the way. You will be shown the way, as in your spirit guides are going to leave hints here and there. They're going to send you signs and whatnot. What do we have here? Flowers. Yeah, it can be anything. It can be flowers, it can be numbers, it can be feathers, it can just be you have a question on your mind, and then you think these two things have nothing to do with one another. You just have a question on your mind, and then you click on a YouTube video, or you turn on the TV, and suddenly the person says something that could be the answer to your question. Could be like, to give you an example, like maybe you're thinking, I don't know if I should do this, and you turn on, I don't know, an old episode of Friends on Netflix, and then suddenly one of the characters says, go for it. Okay, but the scene is about something else, but the answer, it was like it was handed to you. And the second I said this, by the way, I had 4141 on the clock. So also be careful with numbers. By the way, 4141, so 41, if you add it up, it's the number 5, and the 5 is for transformation. And now this makes me think of the butterfly, a change for the better. Okay, you are transforming, Libra, to something fantastic. Very cool. Okay, amazing. You need balance though, never forget. Do one thing at a time, not 10 things at a time. And now let's talk about the dog thing. So we will, so this is now the love message portion of your reading. I will only see what cards will come up with 2 different card decks. This will not be an in-depth love reading because one is still coming for this month, especially because of Valentine's Day, but because I think it's time for one. So we will check out some of these cards for the single Libras, and then afterwards for the taken Libras. So first for the single Libras. Dear spirit guides, what's going on in the lives of a Libra, sun, moon, and rising, and the love life? in February. What's up? What's going on? Just a moment. No, this is it. Okay, so you got two cards. The very soon card. So if you are single, someone is going to come very soon. You have to, though, put in some effort, whatever this may mean. So let's say you are someone who is very strong in the divine feminine. Then you know that you are the receiver and the other person is the giver. But in order to receive something, you have to set the stage for the other person to come in and give you something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not. I will explain a bit better. Look, here's the thing. I'm not saying you should actually actively do something, okay? If you don't want to. I'm saying this if you don't want to, if you are the one who wants to receive. But if you never put yourself out there, if you never leave your house, for example, if you always have not only your hoodie up your head and your headphones in and you looking at your screen or a book while you are in a coffee shop, people are not going to approach you. So you have to be approachable some way, somehow, okay? Make the effort for someone to be able to come in, and then they will very soon, okay? So I want to know with the dog close up. I want to know these spirit guides. Does it have to do with the singles? If so, can we have a message, please? Pleasure with a close friend. Does it have to do with the singles? No, it doesn't. Okay, no friends with benefit situation for you, Libras. No, it's not for you guys. Okay, then now let's talk about the ones in a relationship. We will shuffle these love oracle cards. So for the Libras who are in a relation, are you coming out or not? Oh, okay. I mean, two cards wanted to come out. The first one goes hand in hand with the dog one. The other one, Libra, apparently it's not enough to tell you once or twice or three times. Your spirit guides keep telling you you need balance, okay? Now, first, we will talk about this one, though. So the dog close up and what was a pleasure with a close friend. This is something I wanted to say. Maybe you feel like your partner is your best friend. I hope so. I hope that you do. For some people, it is this way that they always call their partner their best friend. And it's interesting that you got this card and it stands for friendship. For friendship. Let's see what the text is. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Once again, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. People underestimate how important it is to actually be friends with your partner. If you are already friends, keep on going being friends. Maybe you can add on that friend thing, doing things that are not actual, you know what I mean, with an S, but to do more things like sharing a hobby, stuff like that. Whatever you do as friends, whatever you do. And now this one makes sense. Dog close up, pleasure with a friend. And then once again, you have a balance card. The balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. This is the text on the card, but let me tell you, as your reader in this in this video, I don't feel drawn to the message at all. At all. I felt like reading like you know how we sometimes read a letter when it's not so important to us, we just open it, dear so and so, okay. This is how it felt reading this part. The balance is the key in your relationship, in your relationship with your partner, and your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your work, your relationship with health, whatever relationship you can think of. You need balance, Libras. Never forget it. You are Libra. You are Libra. Know your sign. Work with your sign, not against your sign. And that was everything I have for you for your February. I wish you all the best. Don't forget to click on your other signs as well, sun, moon, and rising. A love reading is also about to come on my channel, an in-depth love reading. So subscribe to my channel and you're not going to miss it. And I will see you very soon, Libras. Goodbye.